What's up, my fellow gamers out there? Today we are going to take a trip down memory lane again to a very special place. Do you guys remember LAN parties? If you were a gamer in the 90s and in the 2000s, you must be on a LAN party or you heard about one. These was very special geeky gamer occasions. And lately I was browsing the cyberweb and I found some old school photos which I'm going to present here in the background, and I had a lot of memories regarding LAN parties and I would like to share these memories with you. And I encourage you, if you have these kind of memories, let me know in the comments below what kind of experience you had in the LAN parties, because I think what's special about these that you're probably watching this video from the other side of the world, but if you have ever been in any kind of these parties, a lot of things are very similar. It doesn't matter if you are in the USA or in Europe or anywhere or in Thailand or even in the North Pole. LAN parties were always about the same thing, when friends and even guys who are not knowing each other, but we are gathered in a place at somebody's home, or if we were lucky, we could just book in a big room in a school or some place where we can gather around and play some games. But if I try to gather my memories, how were these? First of all, we had to find a place and we had to just ask the parents, can we use the living room, or how many people can fit in your room with those big CRT monitors and desktop PCs, and we had to set up the whole thing and just talk about it, and it's already made the whole thing excited, or it is excited. And once we had the place and the time, we had to organize the whole thing and just how we're going to carry the stuff, because it's like not like nowadays when we have a flat screens, monitors and maybe laptops. Or we had to carry around those heavy stuff and just a bulky CRT monitor on stairs or even into the car, and even the house. Okay, I call it house of the computer, to move it around. And once you're there, you had to set up the cables, which was a mess, and of course had to set up the network to work, because a lot of guys weren't real network experts. And don't forget that time networking was a bit different. Like, I'm talking about even DOS times. When do you guys remember the coax network? Like a novel network, that was a real pain to set up. Luckily, I was gaming when Windows 98 and Windows XP was around. Windows 98 was still a bit tricky to set up a working network, but with XP that was a bit easier. But luckily, one of my friends was a really real geek and he was really a network expert, so we got a router and he could set it up and our network was working. And what was really interesting than these times, that everybody just started talking about, okay, what kind of games we should play. And I remember that Counter-Strike was very popular in that time, but I never played the Counter-Strike. We always played Unreal Tournament, the very first one, and we played StarCraft, the first StarCraft, and there was one occasion when the first Need for Speed Underground came out, and I remember that one of my classmates made a LAN party at their house, and there was like, I don't know, like 20 people, and they had a quite big house. And I remember when I arrived, I was like, damn, everywhere in the house there was like these CRT monitors, desktop PCs everywhere, cables running on the floor, and I knew only my classmate because it's just their friend group. But what was really cool and interesting, that everybody was really friendly and, oh hi, come, so you can sit down here. And I had a laptop back then, so they made a just really tiny space for me at the table. So I sat down, opened my laptop, plugged in the LAN cable, and we were playing Need for Speed Underground. And what was really special in that occasion, that time that game was very popular, and everybody had their own favorite car, and we were showing off really like, oh, that car is really cool, oh, take a look at mine. And when we went for a race, that was really special feeling, like okay, he is sitting next to me and I can see that that his reaction when he messes up a turn or a turn, and that was really something which I think online gaming is cannot really replicate. When you can hear swearing or a shout from the other side of the room because something happened, you don't know what happened, but that person was I don't know, messed up something, and half of the room was laughing. They probably not even know what laughing at, but it was quite funny. And even those times when you were playing some kind of competitive game and your friend was sitting, I don't know, opposite you, and you could take a peek between the screens, and you were waiting for the moment when he realizes that you've done something, and he was raging. He was like, yes. So these were really special, really fantastic times, and a lot of soft drinks, energy drinks, snacks, what you had just to survive the night, not even night. There were some parties, LAN parties, which was gone for, I don't know, for a few days, and some guys was just passed out on the keyboard, sleeping for a few hours, and tons of CDs were stacked. And because everybody was just, okay, install this. What is that? Don't worry, just install it. There was really special times. And I think what was really cool that you really had to show up and to play together. And it's because online it's much more easier. I could play with my friend who is living in a different city from the comfort of my couch online, and it's definitely yes, but we are not in the same room. We cannot see each other's reaction, and this takes out a lot of joy and a lot of interesting things, and even a lot of things sounds complicated nowadays, that we couldn't set up the game or the network wasn't working, and it sounds like a struggle, and it was, in a way, it was a struggle, but at the same time it was a cool memory. Like, I think a lot of old folks who were messing around with PCs back in the early 90s, you know, the pain of messing around with the PCs, but once it worked, you've been like, yes, that's it. So if I take a look in these old photos, I see these happy faces. I don't know any of these guys, but I see that they are having fun, and I can see that here they are installing Windows 98. And that's like, how? Like, why are you installing Windows 98 on a LAN party? Like, I don't know. And it's just like this old clothing from the 2000s, and they are sitting. There was a very strict rule that they are sitting next to each other, but peeking on the other screen was no. That was a no, that you shouldn't. Okay, if you were on the same team, yes, but it was a competitive thing. No, you couldn't. That was the thing. And the strange thing is, if you look at these faces, I don't know these guys, but in a way, in a feel that I know them, how they felt, like how they enjoyed their time. And if I just look at the photos, I can hear the hum of the fans of the computers, and this really warm in the room, and there is bad ventilation, and the smell of different drinks, snacks, and it was a really cool operation. Look, I don't know if you guys can see it, but they are playing Warcraft 2. That was all. Yeah, we played Warcraft 2 as well. So LAN parties was definitely something really cool, and I think that the good news is that it's still happening. I think in the Netherlands and around the world they're still doing LAN parties, massive LAN parties. They are playing together, so it's good. So people still can experience this. And the question is, would I go on a LAN party nowadays? Of course, yes, I would. And unfortunately, for a few years, we are not doing LAN parties, but I had a friend who is living abroad now, and once he visited me, and other friends, so 3 of us just came together, brought our laptops, and we played old school StarCraft. And one of my friends is very good in the game, but myself is not. I played a lot of StarCraft, but I'm not an expert on it. But we had fun, and we played it just for the 3 of us. We were there listening to music while playing. It was a really good experience. So I would definitely, yes, I would definitely do it. And the thing is, like, it's just as time goes, we grow up, and these friends are moving away from us, and basically life just changes. So it is not really possible to organize a LAN party anymore, because maybe you don't have the setup for it, or those friends are disappeared, or you just don't have the time and the place to do it. But if I took a look at these photos, it's really bring back these memories, and it is definitely a good feeling. So yeah. So that's it. That was my trip down memory lane about LAN parties, and if I broke down any memories for you, please let me know in the comments, because I'm really interested about yours, because as I said, that we don't know each other, but I'm sure that we had really similar memories, with the fun, with the struggles, with the rage, and with the laugh on these parties. And I wonder, a really long party, how much it costed for the family in electricity bills, when these massive CRT screens and 8, 10, I don't know, 15 desktop computer was running for 12, 20 hours. That was definitely a lot. So yeah. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video today, guys, and I hope it was a bit nostalgic and triggered some cool memories for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to see you in the next Back Request video. Bye bye.